Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. My name is Caitlin Hughes and I have been on a road trip for the past couple weeks and I am finally in our destination in Connecticut to see my parents, and I am flying back home tomorrow to Louisiana. But I wanted to show you guys everything that I packed for my makeup, all of my essentials basically. I feel like I did a really good job of packing makeup that I would need that would be very road trip friendly and TSA friendly because I'm flying back. So let's get started. I already did all my skincare for today. I just splash water on my face in the morning and then apply a moisturizer and a sunscreen. And then normally I add a second sunscreen, this Elta MD tinted sunscreen. So I layer two sunscreens on top of each other, but I ran out of this. I finished it all the way up, so I have to reorder it. This is something that I would totally reorder. I think I'm actually gonna get it for my mom for Mother's Day because it's just so good. It's good for sensitive skin, which she and I both have, so definitely recommend that. Since I'm out of that Elta MD sunscreen, I'm going to use the Elephant D-Bronzi sunshine drops, and I just shake that. Sometimes I don't really like to use this very much because it's a little metallic, but it's pretty good. You just rub it everywhere. I usually focus it on the places of the high points of my face. And don't worry about my skin getting extremely red when I rub anything into it. It's fun having sensitive, pale skin. So that just gives you like a fun bronze base. I should probably add some to my neck as well. I don't know if there's such a thing as too much sunscreen. It's not in my book because I burn so easily. My mom and I right now are going to go to a lavender farm actually, so I don't even think I'm going to put on foundation, but this is the one that I brought. Maybe I will. I'll put on a little bit, but it's the Rare Beauty foundation. I have this shade 200C, which I think is a little too tan for me, but you always shake it up because it has that little metal ball inside of it, so that's how you know. You gotta shake it up every time before you use it. So I always put some on the back of my hand so I can kind of control how much I'm gonna use. And this I can do my whole face with. It's really great. I love this product because it feels like absolutely nothing on my skin, and I hate the feeling of foundation. I didn't used to. It was honestly like a year ago that I was like, I can't do this anymore. Just dab that all over everything. And it literally feels like nothing on your face. This is actually a pretty good beauty blender. I don't even know where it's from. Well, it's from like the grocery store or something, but it's awesome. It's very soft. Normally I just use like the Real Techniques stuff or beauty blender, but this one's awesome. I don't really put too much foundation on my nose. Most of my acne is right around my jawline, so that's usually where I focus it. My skin for the most part was pretty good on the whole road trip. I was a little worried because you know you're not eating your regular meals and having all of your whole skincare routine with you, but I don't know. It was pretty good. I got pretty lucky. Have a couple breakouts, but nothing too bad. So now that's pretty much taken care of. I'm completely pretty much out of the Kosas concealer. It's like all, it looks full, but like this is all just on the edge. I'm gonna need to get a new concealer. I can't believe that I missed the Sephora sale, but I was on the road and too busy. The Kosas Revealer Concealer is totally fine. I do feel like all of the shades are a little bit yellow for me, like either really yellow or really pink. So I don't know if I'll get that again. I might try a different concealer. If you have any concealer recommendations, let me know in the comments. I would love to try a new concealer. It's hard because you want it to be, or at least I want it to be light, but I want it to do its job and cover the things that I want to cover. But at the same time, I don't really stress about like, you're gonna see my pimples. Like, it's not any big secret. So that is the base of the Kosas Revealer Concealer and the Rare Beauty Foundation. For my bronzer, I use the Elta Putty Bronzer in the shade Honey Drip, and I just use my It Cosmetics brush. And then I use the Saie Dewy Blush or Dew Blush in the shade Spicy for my blush. And that's my favorite combination. So very well loved. This is like my third one that I've bought. It's like the only bronzer I really use. It's just so light and easy to blend out. I don't really have to worry about it at all. I usually try to stipple it, like dab it all over my face and then my forehead where the sun would hit. And then I take the little end and I just dab it in there. I don't really contour my nose. I don't know. It's usually fine. Sometimes I'll just leave it as is. But if I want to look like I got a sunburn, this is what I do. So I just drag it along the edge and then feather it out right at the top, like almost in my eye bag. So again, just do like that and then feather out the top like that. So it looks like, it doesn't really add anything to my nose, it just makes it look like I got a little bit of a burn. Normally that's where it would go for me. And then if I feel like it, I'll add a little under my lip, like that. So then it is time for blush. And I love this blush. If you've seen my other makeup video, I think probably my most recent one, I talked about how I use my favorite lipstick shade as blush, and I love that. This is pretty much the same, but it's just so good. And this is what I wear if I'm gonna wear actual blush instead of just lipstick as a multi-tool. I love Saie. I think Saie is one of my favorite beauty brands. I love the, what is it, the Star Glow or something. I got that for my wedding like 2 years ago. And I loved it. It was so pretty. They were one of the first ones, I feel like, that when glass skin was kind of becoming a thing in the US, they were like one of the first ones to, at least I think, to kind of jump on that and make that work. Okay, so this is my base. Excuse my eyebrows because I haven't tweezed them since I've been traveling. For my eyebrows, I have 3 little tools. I have one that's just a spoolie that I just use to brush up my brows. Kind of wild right now, but we'll make do. And then, I have a 24-hour brow setter that I don't normally use. I would use this like if we were going out to dinner or something, but I don't like my brows to feel crispy. But this is the NYX brow pen, I think in the shade Espresso. Yeah, Espresso. And so I use this. It's very messy. It always comes off in the cap, but I love the actual product. And then I just use this to kind of elongate my tail. And it's just tiny, tiny strokes. It doesn't really even make that big of a difference, but it just helps a little bit. That should be fine. And then I just brush through them again, like that. Okay. So then I do my eyeliner. If I feel like wearing eyeliner, really the only eyeliner I use is a gel liner, and then I just have a teeny tiny like little baby brush. It's just a dark brown. I have pretty hooded eyes, so I like to really try to get it as tight to my lash line as possible, and I only bring it in like to my pupil. But I usually focus it on the ends, like that. I don't really even like wing it out very much. I just elongate it a little and try to get it right on there. Just like that. That doesn't even really look like much. It just looks like my eyelashes are a little thicker. A little bit of a difference. So then I use the Loreal Telescopic Lift mascara. I just do a little bit. So I hate removing mascara. I hate removing mascara. It's like the makeup step that makes the most impact, but it's the most annoying to take off, in my opinion. And now the last step is lips, and if you have been following me for a while, you know my favorite lipstick shade. It's Revlon Rum Raisin, which I hope they never ever get rid of. If they do, I will cry. And then I have two lip liners. One is really old and tiny, but they're both NYX. The tiniest one is called Soft Spoken, and then this one is Natural. And for my bottom lip, I line it right where it is, and for my top lip, I underline a little bit. Like if you see my lip ends, well, my full lip is all the way up, but I have like a white, not a white, but like a skin colored ridge, and I like for that to show. So I don't want to overline that or line up to where my lip actually ends, just where the color ends. So, okay. And then Soft Spoken is a little bit deeper, and I just fill that in so that it lasts. And then I just dab over it with the Rum Raisin. Just dab it, not anything serious. So that is the makeup that I brought on our 2-week-long road trip to do a very natural, basic makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe and follow along. Love you guys so much. Bye.